Hi, I'm Angus Wright, and I also go by Angus by Design. And I just wanted to create this video as an introduction to the Ottawa Ram Dass Fellowship, which is something that's new to the region and will take place starting on June 4th, 2022. Um, the Ottawa Ram Dass Fellowship is a place intended for people to deepen their own personal practice and social connection with each other. We'll host a monthly virtual meetup with breakout rooms, and we'll also host an in person monthly uh, meetup with some food being offered, like a potluck. This Satsang is open to everyone of all backgrounds, gender, sexual orientation, and ability. And folks will be invited to register and sign up, and that information will be available in the video as well. So, in person, the satsang will take place on the first Saturday of each month between the hours of 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And virtually, it will take place on the third Saturday of every month from 11 until 1. I invite everybody to join the Facebook group. And I'll also post that link below as well. So, who am I? So, as I mentioned, my name is Angus Wright, and I go by Angus by Design as part of my own personal wellness recovery action planning and as part of my daily maintenance for my own mental health. I am an artist. I am a member of the community. I identify as non-binary. I've had many experiences which put me all over the rainbow in terms of sexuality goes, and there's a lot more that goes into who I am as a person. But I also live with mental health and physical disabilities. And so I'm a certified wellness recovery action plan facilitator through the Copeland Center, which is an evidence-based program out of US. And I'm also a certified peer support specialist with experience in the local area, facilitating groups and volunteerism and all sorts of things. And I'm doing this because, well, I also need it. I also would love to connect with other people who are doing the same teachings and to create and share space with people that I can connect with. Having participated in virtual satsang through the Love Serve Remember Foundation, including the LGBTQIA plus satsang. And so I want to bring those elements to our local community. And when I was seeking fellowship, I noticed that Ottawa region didn't have it. But I've also participated in some of the teachings and the courses through ramdas.org. And I know that there's a vibrant local community just waiting to gather. So that's what we're going to do. So the objectives for this satsang, in terms of my intention for starting it up, is that in the spirit with hope, personal responsibility, education, self-advocacy, and support in mind, participants will experience a guided meditation practice, participate in listening to an episode of the Be Here Now podcast, and will be invited to journal together and create together. Participants will cultivate mindfulness and practice self-reflection, and then share and engage their experiences in the community. So a few short reminders about the foundations of holding spiritual hospitality with each other, and these are based on the Love Serve Remember Foundation and their guiding principles. So while you can determine if this place and space is safe for you, we work together to create a sense of belonging. Therefore, to enable one another the deepest experience possible. So we ask for each person to take full responsibility for themselves and allow for the same of other participants. Part of this means making I statements, speaking about our own experiences rather than commenting or referring to other members. We avoid giving unsolicited advice to other participants. If someone asks for feedback, we try to maintain a stance of loving witness rather than an expert. We stay on topic given for the month, and we keep close to the teachings of Ram Dass and Maharaji. We work together to create a space for growth, which will include making mistakes and holding each other accountable. We'll allow each person equal time to share, recognizing that we all have wisdom to impart and things to learn from each other. This means allowing for different viewpoints to exist simultaneously and being willing to take what we like and leave the rest. Some people are here and are new to the teachings, and some have been involved for a very long time. Everyone's invited to share their experience and recognize that none of us are masters. We are all on the path of learning together. Also, know that some people are introverts and some are extroverts, so allow yourself to go against your grain a little bit with this. If someone unintentionally monopolizes the conversation, then we'll just, like, as a host, I'll give a gentle reminder by inviting someone else to share. We refrain from any sort of self-promoting or advertising. This is not a self-help or therapy group, and we do our best to make this a supportive and inclusive community, and sometimes that means asking for help. So again, just to circle back in terms of my intention, I'm here as a peer. I'm not here as a leader or any sort of guru. I do bring my own experiences to the table. But even in sharing the Angus by Design piece, that is meant for the ability to communicate, because Angus by Design is essentially a mantra that I created for my own personal wellness, and it's just something that I do creatively to journal. So those are the practices that I'm bringing to the table as a skill. None of it is expected. None of it, like, everything, participation is voluntary, of course. So the schedule and options for participating. Our first in-person gathering will start us off with episode 1 of the Be Here Now podcast, designed as a personal daily listening practice. Each meeting will feature the sequential podcast to share and discuss. As of this time, there's about 199 episodes of the podcast, which means that we'll have the opportunity to experience it in its entirety by the end of 2022. And the daily practice is optional and voluntary, of course, as I mentioned. Each episode is full of wisdom, knowledge, and potential for reflection. And what I've done is I've posted a schedule for the remainder of 2022 with what episodes we'll cover in each meeting. As well, as an extension to my daily practice and something that I'm going to contribute, each day beginning on June 4th, 2022, a short video will be posted highlighting the quotes outlined in the podcast. They'll include my personal reflections on the episode, and I'll draw an animal oracle spirit card for the purpose of cultivating mindfulness and reflection. Participants will be invited to use the video as a prompt for their own journaling practice, reflections, and sharing if wanted. And the video will be available through a YouTube playlist and shared to the Ottawa Ram Dass Fellowship Facebook group, where everyone will be encouraged to check in and share their experiences. That's part of what I do in my own daily practice, and something that I'm looking forward to extending and sharing with others. but also I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody else also contributes. So again, my name is Angus Wright. You can find me on social media through Angus by Design, and you can reach me through Facebook and through the group as well. My email address is angus@angusbydesign.com. And as mentioned, I live in Ottawa, in the downtown region. And for the first couple of in-person sessions, I will host it in my community space. But as we get rolling and as we get more and more connected with each other, we can co-create a satsang that fits and provides more and more experiences and more spaces. So, with that in mind, please feel free to introduce yourself back. Please feel free to contribute anything that you would like. And if you're interested in having sort of like an organizational role or some sort of role in that way, or you have a skill to share or anything like that, please do feel free to connect with me and let's collaborate on that. Okay? So, with that in mind, Ram 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 and Namaste. Thanks very much for tuning into this video.